Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I feel like what I should be talking about is all the pain and suffering I've been going through for the past 24 hours. Gave myself a paper cut yesterday trying to pick up a shoebox. I was like, bro, I didn't even realize those sides was sharp. Like, you know how like it has like those little flaps on the side? Like, yeah, I just went, picked it up, and then just like how I pick up any other shoebox and gave myself a straight, it was a box cut. And yeah, it's I wouldn't say it was painful. I was kind of scared to like wash my hands and to like put oil in, because every night I put oil in my hair. So or on my head, because I barely even have any hair on my head. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like the aftermath of like having a haircut. But it was like, dang, it's crazy to think like I got my haircut, or I cut my hair some weeks ago. It was like maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's probably at least like between 3 to 5 weeks. But anyways, but yeah, back on my pain and suffering. So yeah, went and picked up it was the KD13s. I think I reviewed those on YouTube, so you can see what those look like. I'm afraid to even wear those shoes now. I'm like, bro, I'm about to wait till them shoes get old, collect dust. I was gonna clean them, but I'm like, you know what? You can remain dirty, because I'm like, bro, that's a sign that I'm like, I need to start wearing my other shoes and stop wearing. Thinking about if I do go anywhere next time, because that's what happened today. I'll get on that, but I think I'm gonna wear some other shoes rather than, because I have like 2 Jordans that I haven't even worn outside yet. I'm still wearing them around the house, bro. Every time when I watch wrestling, it always like or at least when I record my podcast, every time when I'm doing it while watching wrestling, there's always this one particular Ruby Riott. Every time she's on TV, I'm always doing something. I never get to hear what she has to say. I'm like, bro, I've gotten to the point where I realize that. And I'm like, bro, what is happening? Why is it that every time, like, is she saying something that I'm not gonna like? Like, what's up with that? But anyways, then today, so today I was going out and I was getting some, I was trying to look for a particular face mask. The Dick's Sporting Goods store, they had a 3-pack. That was actually pretty cool. They had a 3-pack for $9.99. I mean, yeah, it's expensive, but it's one of those like reusable, washable ones. So I'm like, that ain't bad. But they had one there they were with a one mask for $20. The lady, she kind of laughed because I was like, definitely the black in me came out. And I was like, cause she was all like, oh, she was like, if you want to get 3 of them for $9.99, that'd be cool. Cause the one that you have right now, I picked up just one, thinking that one would be cheaper than 3, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I picked up the one, and then she was like, yeah, because the one that you picked up is $19.99. I'm like, $19.90? And my like facial expression it went from like sad old man to like being stretched back, because my eyebrows raised up, eyes got big. I was like, what are you, $19.99 for one mask? Like, that mask better be the cure to the coronavirus if you paying $19.99 for it. I'm like, that definitely the Julius from Everybody Hates Chris came out of me, because thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, and then you point out, I'm like, yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to her, because she didn't even have to tell me that. I think, yeah, because that's some crazy stuff. Then I went and got me some Adidas pants. I've been really like, because I've been wanting to get me a pair of Adidas. I got one pair. Then I got me another pair, because I'm like, I don't know, I really like Adidas pants. Adidas pants are comfortable. They're more comfortable than the majority of other pants. Like, I don't know, I found comfort in my in Adidas pants. But it's crazy, I'll still wear like Nikes and Jordans and all that stuff, but if the outfit like goes together and things. But anyways, but no, before discovering that Dick's Sporting Goods store got a $20 mask, so I was catching the bus up there, right? catching the bus up there. Waited a little bit, was getting ambushed by like bees and flies and stuff, and I'm like, bro, I don't do so well with insects. Like, I'll swing on an insect before I let it just land on me and decide that, oh, I'm gonna be its resting spot. No, we gonna fight before you end up being. I'm gonna have to be dead in order for a fly to just land on me. And I'm like, bruh, nah. I'm like, I don't know, understand why flies. I'm like, you got all these different bushes and trees and all these other things that you can land on, but you decide to land on the guy that's waiting for a bus to show up. I'm not with that, so I'm just saying, I will fight a fly, bee, whatever, if it's gonna try to land on me. And so, man, yeah, I'm like, did we all really just forget about the killer wasp? I just started thinking about that today, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to make a post out saying, I hope y'all ain't forgot about them killer wasps, because I'm like, I did for a little bit, but anyways, but no, so, bus pulls up, and the bus driver, he kind of went like a little far, so I don't know, maybe if that got like my energy, like, you know, rumbling within me and stuff. I get on the bus, took my knee out trying to sit down in this seat. And I don't know, I've never done this before. I have never done this before. But there's particular buses where they have like metal. They need to replace that stuff, man. They need to have it where them buses are a little bit more padded. Because I'm telling you, I can honestly, I think that's what this episode is going to be about. Going over some of the injuries that I can remember and stuff. But, I'm going to be thinking about everything in this episode. Every injury possible. But, yeah, today was, like, the injury that almost took me out. Like, I heard Jesus calling for me because I'm telling you, when I hit my knee, I felt like I was going to pass out. Because it was just pure bone and metal. So, it felt like I was going to pass out. I've never had that feeling. Then at one point in time, it felt like I had to use the bathroom. And I'm like, bro, why do I feel like I didn't have to go to the bathroom? I'm like, I used the bathroom before I left. So I'm like, why do I all of a sudden gotta go? And I'm like, bro, that is some traumatizing pain. That is some pain that you never want to come across. I sat there and I told myself, I remember, I think I said I would rather feel physical pain than mental pain. I don't know. After today, I was like, bruh, I don't know. It's kind of neck and neck. I'm like, I don't want to feel mental pain, but at the same time, I know I never want to hit my knee again on some metal bar. But no, I'm saying like they need to like reinforce them buses because I have family where I think it was like they had hit their hand on it was a cousin of mine. She had hit her hand on a bar. I think it's one of them like holding bars. And I think fractured or broke her pinky or finger, whichever, I don't know. But yeah, I'm like, bruh, I don't know why they don't. And then I remember there was a time where the bus driver, so I don't know what happened because this was like before when I was like working downtown and stuff. So there was, I'm asleep in the morning because I'm like, I woke up at like 5 something in the morning. And I'm like, I'm going to take me a nap on the bus because I'm like, bro, I am tired, okay? So anyways, I'm asleep, and I wasn't even expecting the bus driver to do this, but I kid you guys not, she slams on her brakes. I'm like, it's not like, you know, you're going to be holding onto the front thing like it's a roller coaster or something. That's what I'm saying. Like, they need to have it where it's like at least plastic or something. If I hit my head on plastic, cool, I ain't going to trip about it. If I hit my head on some cushioning, cool, I ain't going to trip about it. You know? But pure metal bar. She slams on the brakes. My head go forward. I headbutt the bar. It didn't hurt, but I did grab my head and was just all like, what just happened? Like, seriously, that's what I'm like, yo, bus driver, if you need to run down these cars, do that. But, like, slamming on the brakes and you got passengers there asleep, I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they need to reinforce them buses where they got, like, a little bit more padding. Because then there's on top of that when I'm like, then when it's like, after when I was like still like working at this job after work, then you know I have to like find like the right seat, or I have to wait until the winter time to like fold my hoodie and things and put it on the back of my head, because then if I try to like sleep on the bus, I'm not trying to have my head like bouncing the whole time. Like I'm like an hour away from where I live from Seattle and stuff, so I'm like that whole duration of just nonstop just keep hitting your head against the seat. And I'm like, bro, and it's just a metal bar and ain't no padding or none of that. So I'm like, bro, they need to fix that. I don't understand why there's other buses that got padding, but then they're the only buses that don't. And I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. But anyways, but yeah, what other bus injuries have I had? I think that's mainly it. I can't think of any bus injuries that I've had. I've seen, because I remember that them bus drivers, I don't know why they be doing that. I'm like, you guys need to be a little bit further away if you know you're gonna have to slam on your brakes, or if you driving that close up on the person thinks, because if they brake check you, you're gonna have a lot of angry passengers. So yeah, I remember there was one lady, she was did that bus driver brake checked us, and I was awake, so I went, hurry up, grabbed the bar in front of me, but this girl just went flying, because you know in the middle seats, like at the very back, there's nothing that you can grab onto. Like, you just, like, you can try, but I'm just saying, like, you better be quick about it. You better have some fast reflexes. But anyways, but then at work, I've gotten a lot of injuries at work. I've gotten like a lot of like box cuts, paper cuts. I cut my thumb one time cutting some bread. So backstory on that, I go and so I think what had happened, because because I think one of the other cashiers didn't cut up the bread, so it was like 5 minutes or maybe less to open up for lunch, and we were like during the turnover hour. So for those that work restaurants and all that, so that where you know about the turnover hour, but if you don't, so tonight after Raw, they're talking about like some like free stuff on the WWE network, but it's like no pay-per-views and stuff, so I'm like, I don't even know why I'm watching it. But anyways, so for those that don't work, if you've never worked in the food industry before, so the turnover hour is this like 1 hour of you and the cooks and everybody that's working there, like you guys are turning over breakfast to lunch. So it ain't just like, they just all of a sudden got the lunch food ready and things. No, there's a process behind it. Maybe with some restaurants they might do that, but I know at the restaurant that I worked at, we had to have like an hour to like finalize the preparations for food, and then put some things out, switch some things around, and it's like a bunch of, I should get into it one day, like working in the food industry and stuff. But anyway, so it's a few minutes left before we open. I couldn't find the cut gloves. So yeah, there's at food industries, there are like jobs and things, you have to wear a cut glove to cut things. Like you can't just go in there like thinking that, I could cut stuff without a cut glove at my house. Like honestly, I've thought about that. I was like, if I ever do get into cooking food, I'm definitely going to buy a cut glove. Like if I gotta order one online, but I'm like, bruh, I don't, after that, I'm like, I don't trust myself cutting up. Unless it's like butter knife or something, I ain't gotta worry about that. But anyways, I feel like I'll find a way to somehow cut myself on a butter knife. Like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like that there's some sort of way I can do it. But anyways, so cutting up the bread, and then there's an cook that was there talking to me. And so he's going off about like whatever story he was going off about. And then I was like, kind of got distracted a little bit, and nicked my thumb, and it was just, I wore I had like a glove over it, but I can tell that it was bleeding, because as soon as I cut it, I was like, no, that's not good. That is not good at all. So I go and I get like some like paper towels, because I think, so what I did was like I went and got some paper towels, wrapped my thumb up, and then I had told him, I was just like, I told the cook, I'm like, hey, I cut my thumb, like you just gonna have to put your story on pause real quick, like, but I'll let you finish, and stuff. So anyways, wrapped my thumb, went, got the knife, filled this up, bucket up with a bunch of sanitized water, and just let the knife sit in there and things. I think that's the protocol of what you're supposed to do in case of a situation like that, but that's why I'm like, okay, let me figure out, and then like I'll go and like once I come back, I'll do like the most deepest cleaning on it ever, because I'm pretty sure like some of my blood got on that knife. So I'm like, no, that knife, and I made sure, I think I did tell people, I'm like, yeah, don't use this knife, I just cut my thumb with it and stuff. So there you go. So anyways, go to the bathroom, and it was like, seriously, it looked like I should have, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have, because I like kept it for myself to just look at it, be like, dang, that actually happened to me. But I remember when I went to the bathroom, I took I took my thumb off, but I took the glove off, and then a bunch of blood just started going all over the place, because the blood had filled up inside of the glove. And I should say viewer discretion is advised, because I don't know how people overall feel about even hearing about blood. But regardless, So yeah, did that. Blood gets all over the place. I'm washing it. Blood is just still coming out of my thumb. And I remember that's like the second time I've bled that badly from like a thumb injury. I'll get to the other one afterwards, but anyways, but yeah, so I was so I'm like washing it, like trying to like clean it all up and stuff. And then the one, I think he was the head chef. His name was Mark. He's one of like the best chefs that I work with. That dude, he's definitely. If I were to ever go, I don't really see myself ever getting back into the food industry. But if I literally had no other job, like if I wasn't doing YouTube, podcasts, none of that stuff, and the food industry job was the only job, I definitely would try to find a job with him because he's one of those guys that you have to have that just makes like the work environment like better and stuff. So anyways, when you're dealing with like crazy customers all day, some crazy customers, not all crazy customers, when you deal with some, it's people like him that just kind of like settles the mood where you guys can just crack jokes and all that. So anyways, he comes up from behind me and he's all like, yeah, you maybe should have went to the sink inside the kitchen and fix that because, yeah, you wouldn't want customers to come in and see that. But that's the thing. I'm like, I wouldn't want, like, one of the, like, head, like, managers or somebody, like, over us to see it. And then they're like I'm in the back, like, you know, blood's like pouring out my thumb. Then they're thinking that I ain't contaminated. So I'm like, no, my thing is that I wanted to do it in a place where there's no food. It's a bathroom. I'm like, plus on top of that, all these conversations and all that stuff. People shouldn't be having conversations in bathroom, but yet they do. So if you're gonna see blood coming from my thumb, I'm like, that's what you're just gonna have to see, but. I know there's probably like protocols and all that stuff like on, you know, why you should not do that. But anyways, I don't know. I just didn't want I didn't want to get like yelled at by a cook or a manager like if blood's like pouring out my thumb and then I'm like going back and forth. That's why I was like, when I did go back there to put the knife back there and to soak in the sanitized water, I made sure my thumb, like where the glove was still on, my thumb was wrapped up with paper towels and I just held on to it and things, applied pressure because, you know, that's what they say in the movies. And yeah, just took the knife back there. But I was like, I didn't want to like clean myself back there and things. So anyways, come back. Mark, he puts like this like gel stuff on there. I think it was like to stop the bleeding or some stuff like that. I don't know. But anyways, did that, wrapped it up with some Band-Aids. And yeah, then when I got, oh my God. So what the one cook, Chuckles, we all called him Chuckles. So what he told us was, or when he told me was that he thought I had went into shock because I was on the bus and I was asleep. Next thing you know, I wake up with my whole hand in pain. I don't know what possessed my hand to, and then it was like, that's the one thing that I hate is when I wake up before I even get to the stop. So I'm like awoken like, maybe in South Center, for those that like know, because there's like Seattle, then there's South Center, then there's Federal Way. So I'm at that South Center part, could not go back to sleep. And there's like there's like maybe like 15 to 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more of you just like on the freeway and things. So I'm like just sitting there with my hand in pain. I know the lady next to me probably had to think I was crazy or something because I'm just sitting there just like opening and closing my hand and stuff. So anyways, yeah, my hand was just, I as soon as I got home, I just went, filled my sink up with hot water and just let my hand just soak in there. And it felt amazing. It felt, I don't know if that's like a recommended thing to do, but that's the only thing that I can think of. I was like to just stop the pain because I was like, bro, my hand, it felt like it was on fire. Like, it was in pain. I was like, bro, I don't know how. I made sure after that, I was like, I will always use a cut glove when cutting up bread. And then if I couldn't find it, I'm just like, well, looks like this bread ain't gonna get cut because I'm not gonna cut it. And then next thing you know, I'll go get a plastic knife or a butter knife or something and cut this bread. But I'm not cutting it with one of these Michael Myers knives and mess around and cut my thumb again. I'm like, no, they had, bro, I'm telling you, I was kind of traumatized a little bit by the knives there because I was like, bro, I don't even understand like how you guys can just sit around and just, cut up this bread like it's nothing. And it's like, I mean, y'all wearing cut gloves, so that's good. But Anyways, what other injuries? Oh yeah, I remember I punched it. Well, I still need to tell this other thumb story from when I was in high school, but still back on the work injuries. Then there was a time where I punched the door from like closing on me. I straight up like just closed fist, punched the door from closing on me so I can put some stuff in there. And I didn't even realize that I had cut my hand, or it like split my knuckle, and the scar is still kind of there. But yeah, it split my knuckle, and I didn't. I felt my like hand like was wet, and I'm like, bro, why is my hand wet? Look down, there's just blood just pouring down my hand, and so I'm like, oh dang. I'm like, so went in the back, cleaned it up, and that time I went back. I can't remember what happened first. It was either, I think that might have happened first, but that time I don't know. I guess I wasn't. I think I was just in so much pain and stuff when I had cut my thumb. I was like, I wasn't even really paying attention, but. Is R-Truth? No, R-Truth's not. It looked like he was wearing those like new Christian Dior Jordans. I'm like, bro, I don't know if that's safe. Them Christian, so to just kind of get off subject with injuries and stuff, they got these Jordans that came out, like it's a Christian Dior collaboration. They're going for $20,000, I think, on StockX. I think they are. Let me check real quick, because I just find it kind of insane that people will pay that much for some shoes. I'm like, bro, I have the same type of Jordans, not the Dior Jordans, but I have like the design of those Jordans. Same thing. Same exact thing. There ain't no difference between them Jordans. So that's what I'm like, bro, y'all are wasting your money if you go out and buy those. They got like all these like bags and wallets. I'm looking for the sneakers, bro. Oh, they got like some like nice Dior shoes. Oh, here we go. So they went down in price. Actually, yeah, that's still not affordable, but it's more affordable than the original price. So if I wanted to get these Dior Jordans in my size, I would have to pay $12,000 or almost $13,000. It would be $14 away from $13,000. So yeah. What is this? There's some stuff going on wrestling right now. And I'm like, I don't. Oh, is she like beefing with them? I guess she might be. I don't know. I don't trust her. She looked angry. She seemed like the type she's like go out. Something about to go down. They really sent it. Oh dang! She just put dude into a chokehold. Wow. Her name is like Shayna Baszler, I think is her name. She looked like she wild. She looked like the type she's definitely like. I wouldn't want to get in a relationship with her because I feel like she'll definitely like slam me on the Red Lobster table or something. So, but anyway, so yeah, back on these injuries at work. But yeah, after that, then I remember I had hit my I think it was either my shin or my knee on this coffee table. That hurt. I remember I was limping for a little bit. What else at work? Yeah, that was about it. Then this high school story. So. See, I knew she was going to turn on him. I knew she was. She's giving him that look. R-Truth, you better run for it. You better seriously run for it. You better turn around and you better run. You sitting there, bro. You better leave that ring. Because R-Truth's the 24/7 champion. Yeah, there you go. There you go, R-Truth. There you go. So anyways, but yeah, so after school, me and my friends, we playing around. And there's one of my friends. Her name was Jasmine. And I would always mess with her after school. She was like one of those friends that you would mess with, but if it like reached a certain boundary, then you would stop and then just start talking about like some dumb stuff, right? So anyways, it rained outside. I live in Washington State, so of course the ground's always going to be wet. So anyways, I guess, that should have been a sign right there. I'm like, I need to start getting shoes with more like better bottoms and things, because I think I was wearing like some sort of Air Forces or Converse or something. I think it was some Air Forces, but anyways, so yeah, I'm like doing like laps around her. Like I'm seriously, I'm like, I was a crackhead when I was like 14 years old, because I would do some things, and I think back now, I'm like, bro, I don't know how I was doing half of the stuff that I was, because I'm like, now I'm just like, I don't know, I guess I'm like in that old man stage to where I'm like, I ain't got the energy for all of that. Like, running up and down the streets doing wild stuff. Like, I'll run for, like, a bus, maybe, or to hurry up and cross the street, but it ain't even a run. It's like a jog. Like, it's seriously, like, one of those, like, you know how, like, when a gang member, when he's just trying to, like, hurry up and cross the street real quick, it's like one of those jogs. But I'm not a gang member, so don't trip. But anyways, but yeah, so I was, like, doing, like, laps around her, like, just playing around and stuff. out of nowhere, I slipped, right? I hit so the pain that I felt, because I had like, there's these like these like kind of bulky phones that I had, and I remember I had it in my left pocket. I usually don't have phones in my left pocket. I always try to keep my phone in my right pocket and stuff. But anyways, had it in my left pocket that day for some odd reason. Fell down, and the phone just, it felt like the phone had went into my leg and then it came back out. Like, that had hurt so much that I didn't even realize that, I guess, when I had fell down, must have like hit my hand on the ground pretty hard to where it had like cut my thumb open, so you can like see the like meat in my thumb. And then there's this kid named Josh. I remember he just screams out, "Oh my God, his thumb is broken!" And so I was kind of like stunned from falling down, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, my leg, I'm like, I don't know why, I'm like forever hurting my leg, and I'm like, that's what I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, I need to chill with all these like leg pains and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, he screams out, "My thumb is broken." I come to it, I'm looking at my thumb, I'm like, no, it's not broken. Seeing the blood, I'm like, oh, but that's not good. That's not good at all. I'm like, no, I'm like, I need to. Then once again, I don't know why. I think when I'm in like a lot of pain, I always gotta go to the bathroom for some reason. I don't know why that is, but anyways, so we're walking. I'm like I'm not holding my thumb, but I am like holding my arm, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, it's not supposed to be bleeding that bad. Like maybe like a small little cut, but yeah, it ain't supposed to be bleeding that bad. So then there's one girl that I can't remember if her name was Kristen or Kirsten. Regardless of whatever her name was, she goes, and you know those like commercials when them kids, when they fall down and scrape their knees, and then their mom comes up to them with some spray and sprays it, then they go right back out and they start playing. Like me, I'm like, bro, if I just fell outside and scraped my knee, I'm like, I'm not going outside until tomorrow. I ain't gonna go right back outside. If I am, I'm not gonna be doing no wild stuff. But them kids in them commercials go right back to doing their wild stuff just so they can scrape up their knee again. Then watch that spray stuff, it ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna end up to need to go to the hospital. But anyways, so she's coming at me with that spray, talking about like, oh, let me spray your thumb. I'm like, my thumb is bleeding. This ain't no scrape. I'm not one of these 7-year-old kids on these commercials. No, I am a 14-year-old black 14-year-old black 14-year-old. My thumb, it is bleeding. It should not be bleeding like this. I need band-aids. I need something to wrap my thumb up. I need a doctor, okay? So she's coming at me with these like this spray stuff. Then my friends start holding me like, oh no, let's just hold him so he can spray. And I'm like, I was like, I swear on everything, if y'all don't let me go, I'm gonna put this blood on you. Then that's when they all let me go. I'm like, she ain't spraying me, all right? I think that's probably why we ain't friends, because I remember, I was like, I did not want her nowhere near. Yeah, because I'm like, you trying to spray me with some stuff? I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. So luckily there is this lady that was standing outside, and yeah, she was nice enough to like give me some paper towels, wiped it up. Then I went and put a band-aid over it and things. I was like, yeah, I was feeling fine. I was like, shout out to that lady. I don't know who she was, don't remember her name, none of that, but shout out to her. But anyways, and then I think the worst injury that I could say that I've ever had, where it left a scar, and I was like being like the next Scarface. So this kid, I think I talked about that before, but so 9 years old. I don't think it was the last day of school, but I don't know why. I felt like it was like something must have been going down. I don't know, but anyways, so yeah, me and my friend, we're walking down the hallway, because I had to, so my mom, so this was, so I went to school in West Seattle, lived in Kent, yeah, somewhat of a commute, but I think all the schools around wasn't good. So my mom, she ended up having me go to school in West Seattle. So she also had worked in Seattle, so it was like better and things. So anyway, yeah, because I think, I don't know, because yeah, at the time being, it's like, being 4 or 5 years old, and then you got that stranger danger stuff. So I think it was probably best, to like just drive me into school and stuff. So anyways, So she goes in, or actually, no, this wasn't even no morning thing. So I don't know why I'm talking. I was like making it seem like this. No, so this happened in the afternoon after school. So I'm walking down the hallway talking to my friend. This kid is running down the hallway with a dog leash, and it was like a metal like dog leash. I don't know, like I had to like see it. Like I don't know, I might have to go to like PetSmart or something to like give you guys an image of what it looks like. But anyways, it was this thick dog leash. I remember it being a thick dog leash. And the kid, he's running up to the hallways. He's roaring at us. He ain't barking or none of that. I'm like, bro, first off, ain't no lion gonna be on no dog leash. You need to make bark noise. You need to be going up and down these hallways saying bark, bark, okay? So I don't understand why he's like making like lion roaring noises at us and stuff. But so he does that, and I look at him as he's like going down the stairs. And then after that, like I just like, lost sight with him. Turn back around, I see my friend like kind of standing across, and then I look over at him, and then as soon as I look forward, dog leash just goes across my face, straight, it felt like it fried my face. That dog leash doing that goes across my face. It left this like crazy gnarly scar across my face, and yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I'd say, because I think like, me being small, and then like, my head got bigger, body got built bigger and all that stuff. So the scar over the time disappeared. But if something like that were to happen now, oh yeah, that scar would have been, it just would have been there, and it wouldn't have disappeared. I actually wish that scar was still on my face, because I'm like, bro, I feel like it went, I don't know, I feel like the story would just be kind of dumb. But at the same time, I'm like, it would just kind of be kind of sick. Like, people would call me Scarface and stuff. So I'm like, bro, I wish that it would have been a dope scar to have and things. I didn't seen some crazy scars before. I remember my cousin, rest in peace to him. I think his face had got burnt or something. I remember he had like a crazy scar on his face for a while when he was a kid. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, I got some straight up battle scars. Like, I think I remember I had like one of the first scars I do remember. I think it's like, I think this is what it is right here. It's like this like black line kind of going down my elbow. But I remember I fell down and like cut it pretty bad. What else happened to me? This kid hit me with a bike, and then there's like, I think that scar is still on my forehead too. There's like this like white dot. Hold on for a second. Let me see. Yep, this white dot that's on my forehead, that was from this kid. He hit me with a bike, and yeah, I guess brakes wasn't in his factor. I don't know, because I know when there's things in front of me, car, bike, skateboard, scooter. I remember I had like this like one like little car thing. It was man, I'm telling you, when it was bike day at my school, I was so happy when my mom would bring that. Because I'm telling you, I was so up. All these other kids got bikes, but I got like this like car bike thing. So it got like a steering wheel, and you just be pedaling with it. It is seriously I'll buy something like that today. I seriously would, like, and just take it out somewhere and just be pedaling. That would be the funnest, bro. One of these days I'm gonna relive my childhood. Watch. But anyways, but yeah, that kid, I don't know what his problem was. Then I remember there's this like bridge thing, because they had one of these big toys, and there's this bridge. I remember these kids jumped up, and then I was in the middle part, because I was like, I want to have fun and stuff. So they was like, oh, stand in the middle, we're gonna jump. So they jumped. I ended up flying, but I came down and just kind of like pretty much like, I wouldn't necessarily say like headbutt, but my mouth had like hit like the railing part. Mouth was bleeding. What else happened to me during school? Oh yeah, then hit my thumb. Like, I was sitting there running, and I guess like the way that I would run, like, I don't know. I still to this day don't know how I did that, but I like kicked my thumb, and I don't know. My thumb was hurting for a while. Like, it was hurting bad, and I was like, bro, that's not normal. How you kick your thumb when running? That's what I'm like, bro. I must have been running like a Tom and Jerry character or something, Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, where his body is just bent backwards or something. I'm like, because I don't know how I was doing that, but anyways, but what other injury? I can't think of any other injuries right now. Yeah, but I'm like, I think I went over pretty much every injury that left some pain and or some fear in my eyes. But Anyways, yeah, that's all I can think of right now. But till then, I'll probably do a part two in case something else happens to me or more things happen to me. Then yeah, I'll do a part two and stuff. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this off of a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.